Welcome back from the short break. Council, are we ready to continue? If so, please proceed.
Mr. Chair, we're ready to proceed. Mr. Usher, can you bring the witness in, please?
Thank you.
Welcome back, Mr. Jallow. In this morning's session, you told us about your education.
Mr. Jallow, you somanda yela londo yiriko fonyenne.
You also told us about your positions and the 30 years you have spent serving the prisons.
Yela palaso lu Kenya lu fonyani sanji tansabo menke du kola kaso bundala.
You also mentioned about the task force that you were assigned to in Serekunda Station.
Yenyum fanam fonye edunda task force kono nyameng aningali du alkadu ko fason menke men bring ye samba Serekunda.
You've also told us about the procedures for admitting prisoners at Mile 2 prisons.
Yenyum fanam fonye ne Kenya lu men kake ni be modundi la kasola Mile 2 kasola.
Yes.
You've also told us about procedures that were adopted that were outside of the Prisons Act.
Ye kumolu fanalu fonyene men ya lonko wol nin kasola lualu manta nyola menu kake.
Yes.
And just before the break, you were telling us about the tortures and maltreatment of detainees at the security wing.
Ya nimbita dahala ibe nyina foka nyenu ikatajire yal ning tilimbali yal menke molu la menu mumuta moluti ikafumeni detainees menka ikamenu samba security wing.
Yes.
And you've told us about a situation where a particular detainee by the name of Lang Tombon was carried out to the NIA.
Yenyum fanam fonye muta moso tonta ikafume Lang Tombon tamba ala kula ata nyamimbiri na ataka maya samba NIA animbiri ya murundi nang.
And based on the condition that he was brought back to the prisons,
adumbiri ba murundi nang ala kobe tembeda mento ala hadamaya abalajato be nyadi be nyame wotumo.
Was obvious that he was tortured in some form.
Andu anata sene ya moma menyanta adundila nang ka kwendi amako yenyimari tajire yale.
Yes.
You have also told us that the officer who actually tried to raise issues of not readmitting him in that condition in the prison.
Ye kumulu fanal fonye officer men lafta balanna purka dundina nkasola kul nata kewo bulu nyame nyama.
Yes.
Was charged and detained and dismissed from the service.
Ya mari muta ya kalami ya sindidula killing inata baido ko nyimfangola.
Yes.
So at this point I would like us to continue.
Tayin tembe mbela flanga tenteng.
And I would like you to tell us about other tortures of other detainees that you are aware of.
Mbela fila ite bota men kalama yeme moy men kita tilimbale anin tajire yati ye men ke mo kotangulu la ye menu muta ye natije.
Ye mol muta jele mini alon ko detainees
Yes.
dipa.
They were detainees that were beaten.
Ba on tol bebe nyokan jele.
Since we were all together.
Mantra security wing.
Even if you weren't at the security wing. But anything that happened, we used to tell one another. And the prisoners too usually tell us. Many detainees were brought there that were beaten.
Wasa
Kamara and others were all beaten.
Bunja Dabo will be bootele.
Bunja Dabo and others were beaten.
Yaya Dabo will be bootele.
Yaya Dabo and others were beaten.
Will be booted. Ike somebody booted very seriously.
All of them were beaten, taken away, and seriously beaten.
And nina te kama ikane kama ni symbol la NIL kane kama ni Rangersol.
And each time they come to collect them, they used to come to collect them using force, and it was the NIA and the Rangers who collected them. The manner in which they come, even the officers that we are usually on duties, we are not always able to face them out of fear.
Because
they used to mask. They don't come at daytime. They come in the night. When we are in the yard, when there is a commotion, the center gate is between us and confinement. We used to go there. After they collected them, we will go there. And the officer in charge will tell us they took so and so person. But they don't come during daytime.
Around 10.
It's in the night, around 10. That they would come to pick them up. They did that severally.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow. So you are actually telling this commission
that
it was a usual practice that the NIA officers or the persons you have referred to as the Rangers, who we commonly know as the junglers, would come into the prisons at odd hours in the night collect the detainees and take them out of the prisons to the NIA headquarters, where they would be tortured and brought back in the morning.
Yes.
Thank you. So now we would like to also concentrate on the tortures that actually took place in Mile 2 Central Prisons itself.
Mile 2
kaso kono.
Inside.
Can I just finish the question?
Okay.
So we would like you to tell us the torture that happened to detainees at Mile 2 Central Prison.
Sain lafta yeje fonyeng nyimolu menu ye muta ye nati je ye tajire ya nyami Mile 2 fango kaso kono je lafta yo le fonyeng
Mile 2 de je nga molle soto je minu yalon ko wolle kaldi paroke Mile 2.
Well, in Mile 2 there are special people who did the beating.
Wolle ka prisonal fundindi ke samba headquarters koma.
They would take the prisoners outside behind the headquarters and beat them up there.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow. Point of clarification. It seems at this point you're talking about actual prisoners and not the detainees. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm referring to the prisoners.
I just wanted to clarify this point because from the evidence you have given, it seems to suggest that the detainees were not tortured ever in Mile 2 but were taken out to a special place to be tortured and brought back.
Ike findindi kasokono leke samba koy damen foteng yeta ye buteje ye murundi nan kasokono.
Ante kaminu be kalamota ike chikajele ye samba ye bute after ye murundi na bari nene me bute nte nyala.
All the incidences that I was aware of, the individuals were taken out, beaten up and brought back, but I never saw anybody beaten inside.
But then the actual prisoners who are either being convicted or on remand are tortured at the Mile 2 Central prisons.
Bari nyimolu men ye butete dolu kake molleti ye menu sorom foka pare dolu kake nyimuta molleti ye menu ditenje eka oni be butela eke fintindile yete bute banta ye nati.
Ah, yes.
And this torture, as you've explained it, or maltreatment would usually happen at the annex opposite where the headquarters of the DG is based.
Munta wo bute rodung akake dinkiral to memu prison la korda bati saying DG fong la officer be dameng ike sambawo bungole koma ke buteje.
Yes.
Thank you for that clarification. You may continue to tell us what happens.
Numbara yeje seneandi tenteng ya fonyen silang yemen longo kolto butero nyin nakarola.
Butero ikaminu bute wolle fanka fontolie.
Those that were beaten usually are the ones that would tell us. Since we were always together with them. When they take them out and beat them, we are usually aware. They used to come, collect them, and take them away. Take them away. They beat them there and then bring them back. But when they are returned back, we used to know that they have been beaten.
Because one prisoner
because there was one prisoner,
Fallu Sise.
He was a tailor.
He's a very good tailor.
He was a very good tailor. He used to sew our uniforms. He used to sew the jumpers. He was a great tailor. They had a misunderstanding. They arrested him. They took him behind.
Very seriously.
They beat him very seriously and brought him back. Many people in mile 2 were aware of that. Because he told us.
Personally.
Myself personally. He told me.
Because
Because I took him and recommended to make him a red band. He kept telling people about that all the time.
Mr. Jallow, you've told us that he had an encounter with some officers. Can you name those officers?
Iko anim modol duntanyola jele. Jumanyo lem wolti officer lu fayse tolu fono la ba.
Aning Ibrahima Jamme.
It was with Ibrahima Jamme.
Mohamed Jabi. Malang Tamba. Special group ole soto.
They had a special group. They used to call each other and whosoever they wanted to torture or whosoever they wanted to beat, they will take you away. They wouldn't do it inside mile 2. They will do it outside.
Either around confinement
Either around the confinement, behind it,
or headquarters
or they will take you at the back of the headquarters. That was where they will take you. After they took you there and beat you, then they will return you back.
Prison
officers, all of them can attest to that. It's not
part of implicating them, but this is what happened.
Mr. Jallow, it is therefore correct to say that you're telling this commission that there was a particular group, a team, that used to commit the tortures and the beating and the maltreatment of prisoners.
Mr. Jallow, amunta sila ila kuma ina firinko. Kafula soton taje me yalon ko. Jama wole mu moluti menu kanyin kasolan kolu muta ke bute nyame yalon ka diete tolie.
Yes.
I would also like you to repeat them one by one to this commission.
Lafita ite hakilo menu be muta yebe tolu fo killing ye fo nyin commission e.
Nte hakilo le menu muta.
Those that I can recall,
Ibrahima
Jamme,
Malang
Tamba,
Jabi.
Can we have his first name, please?
Mohamed Jabi. Wolle fam ki fen kolti. Wolle mu nyaaton kolti. Ijame le mu la commandant.
They were the leaders, but Ijame was their commander.
And
some of their subordinates whose names I do not know. But I know these ones because I worked with these ones. They are the ones they call chief torturers.
Because prisoner
Because even the prisoners called them by that.
And
all the people that testified here said the same thing. And they used to tell us also. But when they did it, they never did it in our presence. Because we were not in the same thing with them. That was why when they did their own thing, they did it on their own. Even if that did not please us, we couldn't do anything about it. Because there are rules and rights in the prison. The prisoner has rights. The officer has duties. The prisoner has rights in some aspects. The officer too has rights in some aspects. Because the act is what guarantees all of us. If you look at the Prison Act, after the act was written, it was subdivided. The right-hand side, that is pertaining to officers. On the left, that pertains to the prisoners. A prisoner, if he commits an offense, the prisoner should be charged.
Section 62.
Section 62.
Offense minke section ojube.
The offense that the person commits, you look at that offense.
Charge wala.
And you charge the person accordingly.
Niba punish la.
And if you are to punish the person, you punish the person.
Authorities la.
You take the person to the authorities.
The authorities la ko.
And you make it known to the authorities that this person has done this, this, and this. He threw a blow on, he punched somebody and injured him. Oh, we found him in possession with money. Oh, we found him in possession of cannabis.
The commander is there to judge.
The commander is there to judge. He will look at this section. The section on which to charge you.
Then I punishment or lekang.
And then he will prescribe the punishment on you.
I park.
He will park you.
Oh. I visit forfeit.
Or you will forfeit your visit.
Offense
to make you know that this is the offense that you have committed. And we told you from the day of inception. So you deliberately did it.
So say mbela visit forfeit la for maybe ila visit minkana ita sotola for ila next visit.
And so we will forfeit your incoming visit until the next one.
Or seal.
Or you seal the individual.
For a period.
For a period.
After yabula.
After which you release him or her.
Commanding office.
You call the person to the office.
Address.
You address the person.
Officially problem soto.
If I told the officers have a problem.
Under section 23.
There is section 23. It is left to what is contained in the section. The kind of offense that has been committed. If I told the person does not report for duties, there is a particular section upon which to charge that particular officer. If I told the officer malingered,
section section 23.
There is a section 23, on which to charge the particular officer.
So prisons
So this is the way in which the prison should operate.
So this
is what I know about it.
Mr. Jallow, thank you very much for showing us that you know the Prison Act. Because the sections you have actually said before this commission are correct. Were any of those sections followed by the persons you are referring to as the chief torturers?
No.
Is there any part of the act that gives them the power or authority to torture prisoners?
Fodum loi na karola adula do fanam bijele meye sembo di telula pour ka kasolankolu mutake tajriya.
No.
I would also like you to clarify, you mentioned 3 names and you called them all chief torturers. Were they all referred to as chief torturers?
Ye more sabatofo. Ea foko ke command chief tortural. Ulumo sabo be le mo chief tortural ti bam fulum akafomo kilinama.
Ani amanke mo sabo beti ibele kaliparoke. Bari dlaodla nyaton kosotole.
No, it's not the 3 of them, even though all of them do the beatings, but every place has a leader.
And during this period that we're really talking about, it is correct to say that David Colley was then the Director General.
Alunyi wato memba fokanteng wato tonyale mnyenka foko wotembo David Colley wole mo ila kasobe kuntonkoti.
David le munyaton no atelam Director General.
Yes, David was the head, he was the Director General.
And you have already told this commission that he was aware of all the ins and outs at the prisons.
Andu yenyu fo commission yanko kuwo kundi nabe kerin kasola katamaje abota be kalamale.
Aba kalamutale ka kalamutale because ikaka komale.
He would be aware, he was aware because it used to happen in his absence. Behind his office.
Because akakala office ole koma.
He was aware because it used to happen behind his office. Because they don't do it in the front.
So nabe koma.
When it's done behind,
ite Director General.
I think you as Director General, if I told someone is not supposed to be beaten in that place, there's no one should be beaten in that place and you wouldn't be aware.
So,
by my observation, I see to it that he was aware.
Did he take any actions to stop this said torture that was being done?
Fao, I fere kele wala silatale purka utajire ya kabondi.
Nene mansoto.
It never happened.
Did he ensure that the prisoners received some sort of treatment or medical assistance after the tortures?
Fodu niyo tajire yake wakasola nkola. Faka nyimfanan kele purka womulu mako ipurie jara rosoto bang.
Ika complain of saliale komisal fe ni muruntanang after torture ikatra molle koto je mini alonko officer in charge all.
They used to complain to the officers. For example, when they return, they used to be under the officer in charge.
Ni atra misal fe butele balo be busuta.
For example, if they were beaten and they suffered bruises,
iba fola officer in charge yele.
They will to tell the officer in charge.
Officer in charge be escort dile la kata clinic auto.
The officer in charge will provide an escort to take them to the clinic.
Ni atra boro bije.
If at all there is medicine, they will give them medicine. If at all there is no medicine, they will have to prescribe medicines for them. And if they would have anyone who could buy it for them, the person will buy it for them. If they don't have someone to buy it for them, it used to be a problem for them to get treatment. Because on our own, we cannot refer them to the hospital. And if there is a sick report, it was the medics who wrote the sick report. If it is a genuine case which they cannot treat there, they will write a referral.
So manda nimbe movement will be kekang.
In the morning, while we are making the movements,
distribution okay.
And we did the distribution.
Court.
Those that are supposed to go to court.
Hospital.
Those that are supposed to go to the hospital. That is the time that all the documents are taken.
So if
I told you happen to be someone who is not in the good books with them, they could omit your name from the list. They could say, take so and so person's name off the list. I witnessed that personally.
Mr. Jallow, thank you for going through that. I think you have just told this commission about the procedure for medical assistance or treatment to prisoners.
Mr. Jallow, ngamira ya for commission enne silo lumenu nyanta tala puruninka sola nkolu sulata wala nyanta ilondila jara rosiloka.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My question was, after the prisoners are beaten or maltreated or tortured, does David Colley ensure that they get any medical assistance?
Ala nyinin karo munyeti. Niye kasola nkolu muta ye tajire ya ye bute fuka pare. Fo David Koli kana alole ka jako ye nyulben bute teng inyanta isambalale pour ye jararo soto noto.
Honey. No.
Does the chief torturer or any of his assistants ensure that they get medical treatment?
Tajire nyatonko anala wo molu folu fanal ka jele ko ye nyulben bute teng ye jararo soto noto bang.
Honey. No.
Can you tell this commission how bad were the beatings?
Fanyin commission yo bute rolu I jawyata nyadi le ka ke nyamen asiatale.
Ila buterol dimitale bawo ni sambaje itol damal le kataraje.
Their beatings were painful because when they take you, they used to be the only ones there.
So adiate nyameng ibakele wala nyam.
And so they do it as they pleased.
So nite mantaraje pour ka fo yal sabari.
If you are not there to ask them to pardon them, you see to it that they do to them just what pleases them. So when they are done with them, they will bring them back.
Can you explain to this commission the beatings that the prisoners used to receive? What type of beatings did they receive?
Those that they used to beat,
pipe or letter.
What they said was that they used to take pipes. Since they were not beaten in our presence, and I said that earlier, they used to call them and take them away.
Pipe or letter.
They used to take pipes. Because those that were beaten were the ones that narrated this to us.
Pipe or letter.
They will take pipes. Some take sticks. And they will lay you. They will hold you and lay you.
Satisfied about
until the time that they are satisfied. If at all they accused you of something, they will ask you to say it. If at all it's money that is in your possession, they will ask you where you got the money from. If at all it's cannabis, they will ask you where you got it from. That was how they operated.
Mr. Jallow, can you tell the commission from what you know, what the beatings, as we would call them, maybe lashes, were they over 12 in number at any particular time?
Mr. Jallow, fanyin commission yo obute rolo. Ika nanga mo jelle misali kama mo kilungu ko yo ya foko ka pipe leta. Ika lipardanya jelule dila katale fosi nya tanim fula bang wala.
According to
According to the explanation they gave, the beatings they gave them was more than that. And it shouldn't be more than 12 lashes. But what they used to say, that they used to beat them until they tire. But since it is something that did not take place in your presence, you only hear it from people. So if you are narrating it, you must make it clear that this is something that you heard from others. If at all it had happened in my presence, where I was standing and I saw them beating them, whatever they must have done to them, yes, you see, the reason why I said these things this way, a human being wants peace. But anywhere you know that whatever you say, it would be a problem for you. You will ignore it. When you come for work, you perform your work. So that was how we operated.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're telling this commission that there were particular individuals who were closer to the DG.
How tonyalti?
Yes.
Kafol bijele mini alonko wole nakitala.
That's true. There were groups that were close to him.
Mini alonko ikana ikata ikakumol fai.
These were these people who used to come and go and tell him things.
And no matter what they did that were even against the principles, rules, and the act, they were never punished for it.
Munta onyawa nyarande nyawa ni koko keme alonko ay sartol lual ni sartol tinyale. Me alonko wolle kaso ni lual ni sartol mara. Onyawa nya ibuka kukela.
Ibuka kukela di.
They never did anything to them.
And this could be the fact that it's because they were actually given these instructions by the then DG to perform.
Munta we nyine koto munyede wala nyindi ko nyaaton ko membe nunje wala ka kango dila pour yoke.
Atele sembentu yade.
He empowered them.
Apart from the torturers that you have given their names already, are there any other persons who were in this particular team that were close to the DG then?
Ninga bota nyim wala yinu minu to fata ko wala ka tajire ya ki nyinke anil li paro nying fo do ko tan tol be jele ba be minu tolo me nan ko wol fanan kake andu katata e nyaaton ko la DG
Nimmo wolong.
No, I don't know those.
Nyindongol ta kan wo nga wolon.
But for these ones, I know them.
Because ikaminke
Because what they did
after nkajele.
after I used to see it.
Can you tell us who the oddly of the DG was?
walam DG nyina odli dinu a kantarla
DG de
Well, the DG,
ay odli jamale soto de.
he had many oddlies.
Can you name a few?
wesi dantan to fo no nyela ba
Because one boy bijele nung Kasim Baji.
There was one boy, Kasim Baji.
Neneketala odli tile.
He was once his oddly.
Wali Kor.
Wali Kor
Neneketala odli tile.
was once his oddly.
Babukar nying
It doesn't matter if you don't remember the second names or all the names in totality. Just tell us what you remember.
kontongo nying ima hakilo ma kontongo nying muda warando to nyinga o man jawya baake
I oddly Jamal Lesoto.
He had many oddlies.
Aka falim because mole ming aggressive ta demanding.
He used to change them constantly because he's someone that was aggressive.
Nanila na niaje ko ite mu mole timi yalon ko imang fenke bake do ake bondi jele.
Emma Munke?
Momi yalon ko amang hana mang ni molka silal dal. So ibaje la wato dobije because akasare molkane so na sarte ka nite piuta drong aje ko dal ay min fo yete make misal fe ay bula kula imamoy
He used to
na sarte kan drong ka dol ka piule so ikaje insa fo ko mol buka hanyala
he used to shout at people.
Jama bi jasete bondi no jele
And when he shouts at you and
safo odli diala
you are scared, sometimes he used to change you and you demand for a new oddly.
bari ngani numu kontite ngawol ne wol ketala odli tile.
But these that I have mentioned, I know them and they were once his oddlies.
Lamin Sane.
Lamin Sane.
SPO Lamin Sane, inspector lem.
SPO Lamin Sane is now an inspector. He too was once his oddly. I knew these as his oddlies.
So apart from the oddlies, did he also have other officers who he would assign certain duties to that were not even their responsibilities?
ninga botala in odlil fo official dol fanan katara jele men yalon ko akebula do gola andu akebula do kol menna ado beje obukatara wala do go kono nyana ka menke
Ayalon service mu orderly because service near cross back area na la section commandalem.
You know, service is order, and if you observe carefully, you realize that there are sections.
Because near cross back operation commander bijele.
If you observe, there is an operation commander.
Okay, chief officer bijele.
There is also the chief officer.
Chief officer is the man in charge of all the junior officers and the inmates.
The chief officer is in charge of all the junior officers and the inmates.
So, go for a right to kataya any minute, any time.
Each who has the right to go to him at any time.
Operation for a right to kataya any minute, any time.
And the operations too has the right to go to him any minute, any time.
And in minute office also.
And those that are in offices.
ila official minalon ko be nyobala ina denta do ko wala.
And those offices that are close to him, and there are people who are doing the same work with him.
Kaminu bula do ko wal dolla.
Those that he will assign to other assignments.
Wol be kata yale.
All of them used to go to him.
Yes.
So it is correct to say that David Colley was running the prisons as if he was running his own home.
Oto atilintele pumoya foko David Colley aka prison nyung aya mutale ko nung aya marale ko al soko no maranyame.
David ay kango soto num bakele.
Well, David had authority.
Because mole mi alon ko na min fo wala kake.
Because he was someone, when he says something, it happens.
Mo buka challenge.
Nobody challenged him.
That
was there, and everyone can attest to that. He was the director. Whatever he says happens. Sometimes when he comes to the yard and finds people in an awkward situation, and it is announced that the DG is coming, you see people getting up and moving out of that place so that he will not see them. Truly speaking, people were scared of him. Because whatever he did to you, nothing will come out of it. He could detain you. He could dismiss you. He could demote you. No one could do anything about it. Because he was the Director General. And people honored him a lot. Despite all of these shortcomings, people honored him. And prison officers love him. Because he was the only one we knew. Nobody sees him and hates him. He sees deeds that make people angry about him. Because we do not want someone to come from the outside to take charge of the prisons. But these were his problems. He was my boss. And I honor him. And I love him too. But he also made me to suffer. And he knows that I'm a hard worker. He knows that himself.
Because almost 9 good years.
Because I was together with him for almost 9 years.
Joshua prisons.
I was at Joshua prisons. When he's going out, it used to be me that he will call to go and wait for him at his home.
Junior officer.
At the time, I was a junior officer. He trusted me. One day, his father was there. I used to sit with his father on the bench, around 92, 93. We used to be there with him. When he goes out, I used to be there with his father, and we would be chatting with the father while I performed my guard duties there. But he was someone who we know that whatever he said in mile 2, there was no one that will challenge him. So this was our problem.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Mr. Jallow.
Mr. Jallow, we've also received evidence that there was a place that was called Trrc, where they used to torture prisoners. Can you shed light on it?
Dingira nga intihedandro fana unsoro janko dingira dole benunje ka fo damete Trrc wala mtonya fo fosi je fana fana ni nyela ba
ani alabe sede are ngala je dal manjelo.
No, God is my witness. I do not know that place.
Because I'm under oath.
Because I'm under oath.
Imam milong manyana fola.
So what you don't know, you shouldn't say it.
That is correct. We just want you to tell us the truth in this sitting. You've also told us that you had been an officer at Janjanbureh prisons.
Yes, I once was.
Can you tell us if you're aware of any detainees that were brought to Janjanbureh prisons?
Yes,
Yes, they brought people there in the past. It was a large group. It was on the political problem. And by God's grace, they were there. They brought them there.
thank God ntolbe je wato minna.
But thank God, the time that we were there,
ni tala kuta jele.
We ended up well with them there.
Because wato na commissioner mimbeje late Keba Bojang.
Because at that time, our late commissioner, Keba Bojang,
na anina commissioner dobije Keba Sise.
And one other commissioner, Keba Sise,
wo hadamayata bakele.
Is very humane.
So wo kana jele ake kachandi je.
He used to come there and chat with them.
So I cannot remember their names.
They were there, there were many, I cannot remember their names.
Oh, political dispute.
There was a political dispute that happened there. After they took them out and returned them.
But
that was a long time.
Because
we were not well acquainted. There were others that we eventually got acquainted with. But after I forgot the names of others. It's more than 10 years.
Mr. Jallow, were they also held in a security or confinement wing?
Oh, all for nine and a mara dingra government security warrant on confinement wing for a name mara jelaba.
Confinement, momi marata confinement ma.
The people that were in charge of confinement were many.
Mr. Jallow, please just answer my question, because I'm trying to establish the different prisons that detainees were put in. So you've already told us that Janjanbureh have received detainees before. So I just want you to clarify for this commission, how were they held? Were they put in security cells as well?
Oh, I ain't coming na yo jabi. After fondoma on sabatini la follow. Near more samba kasoroje for ike follow getting for ike samba security wing lebon for ike samba confinement le follow.
Janjambure de ni Janjambure lem Janjambure man security sort.
If it is Janjambure, then Janjambure has no security wing.
Security wo mile 2 late.
Security wing is only in mile 2.
Thank you. So can you tell this commission in what conditions the detainees were held in Janjambure?
Silam for isa fono commission wa jang. Alhala nyadi la mika kasolanko le ke muta nyame Janjambure.
Janjambure briye nati.
When they brought them to Janjambure,
selo le dila.
They gave themselves.
Because Janjambure mon warabake sel nimanyina mantambi seli sabala.
Janjambure is not large. If I am not forgotten, it's not more than 3 cells. Sometimes
the roll
goes down.
So near roll jindi then ning other prisoners all when
they reduce the rule, then these prisoners is what they take and put there. And then put them inside one big cell. That is where Janjambure is.
Janjambure man security wing soto.
Janjambure does not have a security wing.
But remind also to jail.
But they have a remand.
But man security wing soto.
But they don't have a security wing.
We sell all finance to is for convict.
And they have cells which are for convicts.
So Janjambure be wala nyama.
That is where Janjambure is.
Man sanyi lomba famata je demanding.
I do not know of now because it's been a while I have not been there.
So thank you. So when the detainees were brought in, they were all put in one big cell. Is that correct?
Detainees were all maramul ni na te kebeke sel ba kilin wala kon. For wala.
Yes.
Did that cause overcrowding?
For kana sabu ko for mo kana lan tambi je ba kasia.
A selo ni mawo warabake bari a dependale mo sifa nanga momin nata because niata nung manyina nung ngala fi golong.
The cell is not very wide, but it depends on the number of detainees that have been brought in. I cannot recall the number, but the people that they brought in were a little bit many. But I cannot say exactly this is the number that was brought. But when they came, they put them all together.
So
they were all there until they were taken out and released.
Mr. Jallow, sorry, was the cell overcrowded with the amount of detainees they put in at that particular time?
Ko watola fo mo nanga mo me yake ikake ho selo nyin kono fa ka siale bang fa kan lal na tambi.
Selo kunga fo nyameng selo nyin special cell dila Because it all detainee solid.
Well, the cell, just as I told you, they were allocated a special cell because they were detainees.
So ibajala ko itol beke nyokan jele.
You realize that all of them were put in together.
So nyindongol mini ko convictol lem.
So these other ones who were convicts,
Ye wolle ke nyokan.
they put them together.
Wolle siyata non demanding.
They were a little bit many.
Wol overcrowded italo.
Those were overcrowded.
Nyindongol wolbe position o minto nung ye fenkele. Ye jele occupy.
So where they were, that is where these detainees occupied.
Ndafala know exactly whether it was overcrowded or it's not overcrowded because I'm metale.
I cannot say whether it was overcrowded or not because it's been a long time. If it is not for this questioning that you are now doing here, in fact I had already forgotten about it.
Thank you. Can you tell us whether they were sealed or they were allowed rest time?
Oh, nyimol ni briye naraje fo isa fo nonni fo kabriye dundi selo kono fo ye sile bang fo wa ika wato dila pour be finla wato men ka fo alte fo nyondi domandi
inata wato men nakuta ke de buka funtinu.
When they arrived newly, they usually never went out
Because ila odal minu kananu.
because of the orders that came.
Because awato nyimeta bakele bari biri nata de
The time has been a long time, but when they came,
iman resoto no
within that period, they did not have a rest.
Thank you. You also told us that at some point you worked in the Joshuan prison.
Yes.
Can you tell us if you're aware whether detainees were also brought to that prison?
Detainees lata Josuang wo mamme back.
When the detainees started going to Josuan was not a long time.
Because yeminu nati nun je ye wol sorone nun wol mu sojarol letinu.
Those that they brought there were convicts and they were soldiers.
Wol meta nun je back because wol mu baba mane wolti.
They spent a long time there, and that group amongst them was Baba Imane.
Baba Imane, Kabari.
Baba Imane, Kabari.
Kopul Njai.
Kobral Njai.
Kairaba.
Kairaba.
And O2 Tarawale.
And O2 Tarawale.
Wole natije.
These were the ones that were brought there.
At
the time that I was at the Joshuan prisons. These were the people that were transferred from Mile 2 and brought to the Joshuan prisons. At the time that I was there. These were the ones brought from Mile 2 and transferred there.
Caliber of prisoners.
Those were a caliber of prisoners.
Mr. Jallow, during your tenure of these 30 years, I'm trying to ask you, are you aware of detainees, people who are admitted in prison without a warrant?
Mr. Jallow, akaka menyininka wala mnyindiko ila insanjitan sabo nyim wicho nyim bekono yedu ko ke kasi bungolto inana maje monata je ka me detainee wala maramo anung yana tije anin kayti manay ka me waran men nyanna tandila ko nyinde nyanna sabati la janne nyanna amuta la janne.
Can you tell this commission if those particular individuals had ever been admitted in Joshuan prison?
Isa fono commission wala mo sifal ina ne ina Joshuan kasi ngotol banki mutaje ke sindije watra ini warrant manna ke sindi disindela laje
ani ntela doko be kono na experience be kono.
No, and because of my work, my entire experience, what I am aware of, since no human being is perfect,
those prisons, those days, discipline was very strong there.
Just one prison was a place where discipline was very strong there. In the time that I was there.
He's a strong-headed somebody.
I am aware that in Mile 2, anyone that was headstrong, they used to transfer you to Joshua. And they normally would be able to control you. But for detainees, if at all it happens, I cannot recall. But all the detainees that I was aware of usually are taken to mile 2.
Mr. Jallow, are you aware of a place called Babadinka?
Mr. Jallow, e dingira lo no ka hodame Bambadinka.
Yes, nga Bambadinka lo ne.
Yes, I know Bambadinka.
Can you tell this commission what you know about it?
Yamuna long Bambadinka la ko ro fa commission e ba.
Bambadinka mu dinkiral di separate cell lem.
Bambadinka is a place, a separate cell.
Aba fango yele.
It's on its own.
Cellol lebije.
There are cells there.
Anim main cellol mankilia.
It's not the same with the main cells.
Individual cell lem.
These were individual cells.
Just like security wing Benjamin.
Just as the way the security wing is.
Just like number 1 security wing Benjamin.
Just like the way number 1 security wing is like.
Just like number 4 security wing Benjamin.
And just like number 4 security wing.
J is a separate cell.
That place is a separate cell.
Jamfata prisoner lale.
It is far off from these other prisoners.
Aba fangole.
It is on its own.
Bambadinka.
That is the place they call Bambadinka. That is what I know about it.
And where is Bambadinka found? In the prison service?
Prison kaso bungol be kono. Bambadinka abe mintole.
Joshua prisons le.
It's in Joshua prisons.
And what are the conditions of Babadinka?
Bambadinka aje alhalo be nyaadi le.
Konga fale nyamen dron cellol separate cellol lem.
Just as I told you, the cells are separate cells.
Wala nanga sampulota confinement number 1 la.
That was why I gave you an example of confinement number 1.
Can you please describe the cell for us?
Cello nyina lo nyaani ala lo nyaani fo sa fono nyaabe nyaadi le ba.
Cello nyin lotal ko nyin tabulo be nyame.
The cell is positioned just as this table is like.
Ay bunda soto.
There is a door.
Neo bunda yele.
If you open that door,
ibe cello soto la jang.
You have a cell on your left.
Cell do soto jang.
Another one in the middle.
Do soto jang.
Another one on the right.
Do soto jang.
And the other one this side.
Then do soto jang.
And the other one next to it.
Bambadinka be wala nyame.
That is the way Bambadinka is structured.
Is it well ventilated?
Cello nying fo nyonying ay fo nyodum dal soto le ba nyaama ba.
Bambadinka ala palantero ala nying front fenko womu giria solete nying ironol lem Joshua irons.
The window
Joshua irons.
The window there is what they call the Joshua irons. That is what is facing it.
Ala nyim bunda ba.
The main door.
Wo ay huole soto.
There is a hole.
Ala koma.
Behind it.
Ay wofana ay huole soto koma.
It also has a hole behind.
Bunda dol bije.
There are other doors.
Yalonko mbe famala je wato minna nyin Joshua iron.
The last time I was there, what we call Joshua iron. That was what was on the door. I do not know whether that is still in place today. Whether it's been taken away. And the other doors were hinged. But the windows were small. But the four side corners. There are irons. That is the way Bambadinka is.
Can you tell us the sleeping condition that exists in Bambadinka?
Bambadinka is yellow in kono je. Je la nyaning abenyadi le la dula.
Bambadinka ala la dula ye slap o lekeje.
Well, the sleeping place has a slab. The slab. You have a wood placed over it, a plank. At that time, if someone is parked there, that's where they take you to. They will issue your blanket, and that's where you will be. And that is what you are going to spread on the plank. And that's where you be. The cell is not big. It's very small.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jallow. So now I'll take you back to mile 2.
Silam be murun lambira ko mbita mile 2 kaso bumbado silam.
at the main yard,
wolem salibatu konote
which is where you have spent most of your service life.
karila do ko nyi wicho nyimbe kono ya jama be ke woleto.
Can you tell us about the conditions that exist at main yard in Mile 2 Central Prisons?
Mile 2 kasabu mbato jela salban nying ala je alhalo be nyaadi le.
Mile 2 de wati tambita nung.
Well, Mile 2, there was time pass.
Mo obasiata nunje.
There was overcrowding there.
Mo siabata nung Mile 2.
There were many people in Mile 2.
When you talk about overcrowding, we would like you to explain better.
Ni ko mona na siata nunje bakele lafta ye je fanu linya domanding.
What is the capacity of the main yard in Mile 2?
Mile 2 jela o salban nying anyana ka mo hapo jelleta.
O mote Mile 2 means afoko Mile 2 nyanta nyinetala.
There is no one in Mile 2 who can tell you the capacity of Mile 2.
Mile 2 man capacity soto.
Mile 2 has no capacity.
Innata mantu fengo fenna fonga tonyafo.
If we are here and the only purpose is for us to speak the truth,
Mile 2 overcrowded anum bakele.
then Mile 2 was overcrowded.
Ntolle be yado kono no.
We were the ones inside the yard.
Wallahi ning nata komisal fe night duty.
To God, for instance, if we came for night duties,
Ninga selo bunda ele.
if I opened the door to the cell,
Hit fongo min kantol taki.
the heat that comes out of the cell,
Wato fana tije.
that time there was no fan.
Hit min ke taki.
The heat that meets you,
Kal na ko tonya molbe siarin jan.
you know that truly, there are many people here.
Wakati na le fang hanin na kontiro fango.
That is such that even the head count,
Because handing and taking over them.
because it's about handing and taking over.
Ita fala ko mol siata le manta kontiro kala ngabuko sai.
You will not say that because there are many people, you will not count them and therefore you just sign the book.
Ba kontila le ya confirm.
You will do the head count and confirm it.
So bari wo kontiro fango do bi jenkala fla fililale.
But even in that head count, sometimes we almost get lost
Because of mol la siya nyokono.
because of the huge number of people there.
So nika hadamaya wala nyama mas fonga na donc do ko ke fonga.
So that is how we used to behave humanely with them and be doing it easy with them and carry on our counting until we can complete it.
Because ni lota mo kay ka file mas.
Because when you step on someone, you must apologize.
Because ikatra siarin je bakale.
Because there used to be many there, many.
So wo hapunta Mile 2 le.
So that happened in Mile 2.
Between number 1
Since from number 1
to number 6.
to number 6,
Number 1, 2, 3.
number 1, 2, 3,
Ulman ke seli balti.
they weren't big cells.
Small cells.
They were small cells.
Number 4.
Number 4,
Number 5.
number 5,
Half number 6.
and number 6.
Ulem seli balti.
These were the big cells.
So, Mr. Jallow, the way you're explaining it, it's like the cell was so overcrowded that inmates might even have to sleep on top of each other.
Mr. Jallow ile sataro e ka sata nyamenteng amulun tam fele ko hadama dingon yiriko membe selo nyin kono way tandile ko hani ladula ni suwo kura pour sino fo si la nyokan e pour ye lano e sino
Buke lano minimum palaso soto.
They don't always are able to sleep. Those who don't have space.
Mba fo kan neteng dolbe je ikalla moyle.
As I am speaking here, there are others there who are listening to me.
Aw abe padinol keta padin jamal le keta dol seta bar hanika bi alay dol tujele manta folo ila wato mambam folo.
There has been many pardons, and therefore many people went home, but there are still people who are there.
No minu fanam funtita kaso kono mbe min fo kan ibe ya moyle.
And even those that left the prisons, what I'm saying, they are hearing it.
Dol minu kanaje wato dol buka ladula soto.
Those that used to come there were times they would not have space where to lie on.
Dol ninata night la we find it very tough.
When we came for night duties, we find it very tough.
Ikatra siri ne betele jubela.
They'll sit down watching television.
There will be no problem on that.
There'll be no problem.
Ni tata fo silang lawato sita.
But when it's time now to go to bed,
Complain upon complaint.
you hear complaints upon complaints, complaints upon complaints.
Kadia mole fo bata because do kanale I insist dola palasoto afoko abesila wallet.
You talk until you're tired because you see some prisoners, a prisoner who will come and insist that they will take some prisoner's space.
Because amantara dulasoto.
Because the person has nowhere to be.
Ita bulala no I say.
You cannot allow the person to go home. You cannot take the person outside.
So it was so congested.
So it was so congested.
So, Mr. Jallow, can you tell this commission how the prisoners used to sleep since it was overcrowded?
Silam, Mr. Jallow, silam fo isa fono nying commission e jang. Prisonal membe kasoro jebe sorondinje worosa e kasino nyaadi le kela nyaadi le sino.
Those that had space, they used to take one another and create space for one another. Those that do not have space, some of them just sit down for the entire night until daybreak. Sometimes when the cells are completely filled, some go and sit inside the toilet. I witnessed that. Officer in charge. Some climb up.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow. So you're telling this commission that the prisons during the periods of 1994 to January 2007, there were particular times.
2017.
2017. Thank you.
Can you go back with the question?
You're telling this commission that during the periods, some periods during the 1994 to January 2017.
Ako ilafta fola commission e jango kabirin January karo July karo 1994 katafo de January karo 2017.
The cells at times would be so overcrowded that some prisoners would have to sit down to sleep.
Selol ka fale fo tembe da wato do kasolan kol membe selo kono je buka la do la so fo ka sile pour yesino.
Yes, that was what existed then.
Some would have to stand most of the night to sleep.
They
never stood, they would sit. They cannot stand the whole night, they will have to sit. If you wanted to stand, you will have problem with people. Because people will not be lying down and you will be standing. They will ask you to sit down. You will not even accept to stand. So those that don't have space usually sit until daybreak. Those who did not have space then, when day breaks, and some went out for outside labor because they used to fold all their mattresses. So those will now come and sleep. And that is the time that many of them used to sleep.
Thank you for that clarification. And I also just wanted to get to the point that some even had to sleep in the toilets, even though they were very dirty and smelly. Jela fa dali halo kama dol katela kamoldo andu nyaaw nyarande nyaaw je katara norine abe salteri nyaaw nyabari dol katela kamodo jel
tonyalem kamode jete seneyala no. It's true. Well, for the toilet it can never be clean, although they used to take care of it. They used to cleanse it with omo. They also use ash to clean it, because it's very close to the cell. So there is a pump in the bathroom. So that place used to be clean. And they take with a brush and they try to scrub it. And that is why some people used to just take it upon them to sleep there. But no one can live in a toilet. A human being can only be there for a little while. This was the problem then. Some used to be at the toilet, some used to be up. Because when someone is sleepy, wherever you find yourself, you sleep.
Thank you for clarifying the issues of the overcrowding in the cells. Mr. Jallow, I would now like us to talk about the food conditions at the Mile 2 prisons. And being the officer in charge,
officer memo yalanko ita marata kuola.
You would always see the food that was cooked and served to the prisoners. Is that correct?
Wato be domoro men kata be nyin kasolan kole ni atabe janni ba dilele ikaje la foto nyala.
Coming for ten.
What she's saying like this,
I
want to make a clarification.
Tabirola Carola.
On the side of the food, the prisoners, what they give them is what they cook. But after they did the cooking,
it will complain.
They would be the ones in turn to start complaining that the food wasn't good.
Sorry, Mr. Jallow, I will get to that in a minute. We're taking it step by step. Initially, I want you to clarify to this commission that the food that is served to the inmates is and was seen by you on a daily basis before they were served.
Janni badi la kasolan kolle nyaka lo akanda foto nyande.
Sometimes I see it, at other times I don't.
Because ninna jiwato sita kontongo mambang.
Because when it's my time to close work and the lunch is not yet ready, I leave it and go my way.
Or the officer in charge will take over.
The next officer in charge will take over. But for instance, if the cooking was done and the food was ready on time, early, we opened the mess boys out so that they could go and collect their lunch. After they picked up their lunch, they used to come and now distribute it amongst them. We used to sit, we sit at the veranda of our office. They take their bowls and they eat. Some join.
Mr. Jallow, I think you're going ahead of me. Like I said, let's take it step by step, please.
Okay.
I want the commission to understand. You being an officer and in charge of prisoners, you are aware and you see the food that is served to the prisoners. Is that correct?
Yes, I used to see it.
Thank you. And you see the quality and the quantity that is given to the prisoners. Is that correct?
Yes, I used to see it.
Because we've already received evidence before this commission on the type of food that is served to the prisoners.
Yes.
We know that they receive pap mostly in the morning.
Yes.
We know that they have rice during the day.
Yes.
We know that they have what they call the Trrc, either dry or wet at night.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So what I want you to tell this commission today is that food of a quality that an individual should be eating on a daily basis?
Domoro definitely is very poor. Well, the food definitely was very poor.
Because namanke konkoti.
If it is not because of hunger, if it were me, I wouldn't eat it. Some used to eat it, but some refused to eat it because the food has no quality.
Thank you. We have also received evidence before this commission that because of the poor quality of the food and the malnutrition, there have been prisoners who have suffered certain diseases in the prison. Is that correct?
dol beje ni adomo ikana courant so domoro ni domoro kola fo fana muto nyalde.
Yes.
Can you please tell this commission about the disease that was suffered by the prisoners?
Isi infono commission ni o domoro ni domo fa pareta ikana mun courant sifale soto mun courant sifale kana le ikang.
Domoro kiline bi jemi alon ko wo official fongo be jakalindi le prisoner jakalindi.
There is one particular food which surprises the prisoners as well as the officers.
Mobile o kurangolong.
Everyone knows that disease.
Kafai biribiri.
It's called beriberi.
Biribiri mu fenneti na e mari muta.
When you contract beriberi,
Ye singo dete.
if you press on your foot,
Akadun konotole.
there is a dent in.
Yanna be funtila.
Before the skin rises up again,
Aka some seconds tale or some minutes tale. Na jeki telephone aka me back.
it takes some seconds or some minutes. In fact, if it is family established in you, it takes a long time.
Wo na ninga moje mi alon ko asingo yitita dorong.
Whenever we see someone whose feet were swollen,
Jama bi je ka fo ele biribiri lebela.
on many occasions, you are told that you contracted beriberi.
Prisinal fongo ba fole.
Prisoners themselves will tell you,
Official ba fole barite sinka yitile biribiri lebela.
the officers will tell you, but your feet are swelling, you have beriberi.
Ni ma nu juna.
If you have not hidden it,
Ya it ata clinic auto.
and you went to the clinic,
A tablet soto le mi alon ko ni o dila.
there is a particular tablet which, if they give it to you,
Ni o ming
and you drink it,
ka jala mutole ke.
you used to urinate,
Ka exercise ke
you perform some exercises,
ka je ko ake bulale.
and by that it gets out of your system.
Ni ma woke.
But if you don't do those,
Ima boro ming.
you've not taken the medicine,
Ibuka exercise ke.
and you don't perform any exercises,
Na seletela.
if it gradually climbs up your body,
Ni alama manta bengiye.
if you are not lucky,
Se fanole.
it could kill you.
Thank you very much for that information.
Barakailo kibar kendoro.
I would also like to ask you, are there any other conditions that exist in Mile 2 prisons that affect prisoners and cause other illnesses to them?
Ninga bota yin kole akudol men fojam fo kole akudol fana beje me alongo aka yin kasotan kol ake batandi baka menga na sababu kurang soto la kote ke bang kasoto jeto bang.
Yes,
Yalong mile tumu dinkira minti asumuyata bakele.
you know the kind of place Mile 2 is. It's very cold,
Nduntol meta jele demanding.
and we've been there for some time.
Ni la duma.
If you sleep on the floor,
Ise yiti nole.
you could swell,
Isa foko biribiri lem.
and you'll be diagnosed as having beriberi,
Be biribiri boro dilela.
and you'll be prescribed medicines for beriberi,
Atara biribiri nteng.
when in fact it is not beriberi.
Ofananke batandile nung.
That too used to disturb them.
So can you tell us what disease they would be suffering then, if it's not beriberi?
Oro ni o alhala ni mo ye kasotan ko ja o alhala sifa soto. Fo sa fono commission sa oro sa ni ara manka kurang men bala manke beriberi mun kuran sifa la ka finta bala.
O kuran sifa akake sumuya kurang alti limonia.
That is disease that is contracted as a result of cold, which is called pneumonia.
Limonia le ka cause.
Pneumonia causes that.
Sa foko singol kandimile.
And they will complain of pains on their legs.
Na side sol kandimile.
Sides are paining.
So o fananka cause le.
That also causes it.
Through experience.
Through experience.
Ni be nyokanne.
Because we are there together with them.
Kiela complaino dintol lale.
And we are the ones that get their complaints.
Nung nke mako jele fanang.
And that is where also we assist them.
Nka boro sandoliele.
Sometimes we buy medicines for others.
Kamunta prisinale buka mojai.
But it's just like the prisoners, they don't praise anyone.
Prisina yeku kukai.
Whatever you did for a prisoner,
Ni ma fa ko silo fele sei.
except you tell the person, here is the way home.
Imam fenkai.
For them, you've done nothing for them.
Small bi jele mini alon ko ka boro sangiye.
Because there are people who buy medicines for them,
Especially sanying.
especially now.
Sanyi mol ka boro sangiyele.
Now people buy medicines for them.
Because I'm back a specs dole some prisoner Baba Galle Jallow.
Not long ago, someone bought a spectacle for a prisoner, Baba Galle Jallow.
By then I was the chief officer.
By then I was the chief officer.
Mr. Jallow, we will get to those issues later. We just want to establish the sicknesses or diseases that affect prisoners at Mile 2.
Lafta fundamental londi la ron kalong mum kasoton ko mum kuran sifa nya de le ka boy kanje ni be kasoto je wato la.
And so far you have told us about 2.
And science kuran sifa fula yo la fanye.
These are the 2 that I know, and they are the ones I can talk about.
Is there another disease that affects their eyes?
Kuran do fana be jelba menke nyal kolya di nyala ba.
Molka complain nyala bari
people complain about their eyes.
Eye clinic.
Some complain about some complain about eye pain and they used to go to the clinic. But the diseases that I know about, which give us worry there, was this pneumonia and this beriberi. These are the ones we are aware of. If you are not a doctor, you cannot say that such person has a particular disease. It's only when people are very suspicious that in fact it is a particular disease. Because when you contract it and you go to the hospital, and the doctor says it's beriberi, you cannot deny that it's not beriberi. Tomorrow, if you see someone in that same condition, you will tell the person that you have contracted beriberi. So in that situation, all of us became doctors. So when anyone that sees anyone swollen, you tell the person you have beriberi. And there are other ailments that make someone swell. But beriberi and this pneumonia, that was rampant there. Pneumonia was as a result of sleeping on the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
Baraka, Mr. Jallow.
Can you tell this commission how many prisoners you're aware of that have gone blind while serving time in Mile 2?
Pesa fono nyin commission we itela londo do yemel long kaso lan ko jelle tata je tata ila kaso la kan inata na nyal nata na finki
ani nene man ben wo fe
I never witnessed that.
Nkam mol jele ka fako nyakan dimi
I say people who would say that they have pain in their eyes.
Say samba eye clinic.
They will take you to the eye clinic.
Pour ka fako mo nyaaya dimi je fa finkita.
But to say that someone suffered eye problems to the extent of getting blind. It could be, but I'm not aware since there were many prisoners. Because there were many cells. But I never came across that. And nobody ever complained such to me, that someone has gotten blind. I'm not saying it never happened, but I was never aware of it.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow, for that. At this point, I'd like to talk about the medical procedures and treatments given to prisoners.
Sila mbela fla kachala men wala silo la men kata ka jaralo bundala ni borol ni men ka di kasoran kol ka di la nyame.
Sorry, 1 minute, Mr. Jallow. Mr. Chair, if I'm permitted, I only have a few more questions for the witness. So with permission, may I proceed because I know it's actually break time now.
Yes, please proceed, Counsel.
Can you tell us about the medical procedure?
Jaralo bunda. Prisino kasoro je. Jaralo bunda ka nyadi le boror.
Jente jamfala woto bake.
I would not be able to talk much about that.
Because womu medical side led.
Because that is on the side of the medics. Because I have not learned that. But at the time that I was there, and the prisoners are listening to me, those that are in the yard.
In the morning,
when I come in the morning,
my
officers, I used to tell them to write the sick report.
Yes, sick report safe.
After they've written the sick report, sometimes I used to gather them together and take them to the clinic. I did that several times. It is up to the medics. When they prescribe medicines for them, and if you have someone outside who could buy it for you, the person would buy it for you. If it is there, the medics will give it to you. Because it is there for you. But there are other issues of theirs. It is only the medics who could.
We are just escorting officers.
Talk much about that. For us, we were just escorting officers.
You complain or dealer?
Give you a complaint.
You complain forward.
You forward the complaint. Your junior comes and tells you there is a particular prisoner lying in his or her cell. If, for instance, the person is tired, sometimes the fellow inmates, they would assist the individual, and you would escort the individual to the clinic. If it is necessary for a referral, they will refer the particular person. If the person is referred, the shift that is on duty would send its officers there to be on guard there. When another shift takes over, those will go there and replace those ones on duty. If you take over, someone else will come also and take over from you. The one that would be there in the morning, that is the one who spent the night there, is the one who is going to replace that person. On the side of the medics, this is what I know.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow. When you escort a prisoner to the medic, do they always have medication to provide for the prisoner? Sometimes
they used to get, but other times they don't have at all. We also take supplies from a particular place. For instance, if the supply is exhausted, and a new stock has not been brought in,
because they find it very tough.
And sometimes before they get the supplies, they find it very tough. God is a witness.
Thank you. That is what I wanted you to clarify, that the medication is not always available for the prisoners. Thank you. Another issue that I wanted to clarify for the Commission is that are prisoners always given permit to get outside treatment when it's necessary, like being referred to a hospital?
Lafta dingira do men fanan senen wala nyinde fo kasoton kol nying fo wato be ni sulo nata ika silo dilal bam pour yeta jaralo soto bandala na sulo nata
dol bi je wol ka soto le
there were some who used to get that,
dol bi je wol bu ka soto,
but there were others who don't have that.
Thank you. At this point, I would like us to talk about the deaths of prisoners that occurred in prison.
Silang sa embe lafla nga kacha fanna mena wala nyinde ko mo men faro fa men kasoto kaso nyindo je lafla nga o fanna le kacha.
Can you tell this commission how prisoners are dealt with when they die in prison?
Kasoton kol nying ni tara fo mo fata je ikamari nyi maranyadi le.
My little knowledge that I have gathered from there, whether someone dies inside a cell or whether they die in a hospital, if I told the person died in prison, it is our medics who take care of the person, since they are the medics. If I told the person is at the hospital and died there, our officers try to bring the death certificate to present to the officer in charge, indicating that so-and-so prisoner has died.
then information o pass wo nyama ka fo kari bantale.
And that is the manner in which the information is passed to say that so and so person has died.
Then command ya kalamuta.
So that the command is aware,
Medical the
medics will get up and perform their duties. I witnessed that. I saw that.
Mr. Jallow, we have received evidence here that inmates are usually locked up from 7 till 7 in the morning. Is that correct?
Nga kibaro fana soro jang ko kasodan kol wato do ikado ikedol soronne kabutala woro wula somanda fotala woro wula wuraro fo mto nyaldi ba.
Yalong kaso procedure minti.
Well, the procedure of the prison, if you look at the act,
7 o'clock nyanta prisoner better la konotol.
7 o'clock should find all prisoners in their cells.
All movement will be ceased.
All movements will cease.
But yalong dinkira o dinkira.
But you know, in any place, there are people that you trust. There are people who are our red bands.
Trust prisoners.
They are trusted prisoners. They could go to the length and breadth of the prison, within the prison. They could go to the garden. They used to be the garden guards. The water there to assist the officers. The one in charge of the garden. At that time, he would be in the kitchen. Those would be the last ones to go in.
7 o'clock,
but by 7 o'clock, every prisoner should be inside the cell.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow.
And if you are also bringing a prisoner outside, it has to be 7 o'clock.
Because before 7.
Because if you bring them out before 7, if, for instance, something happens to that prisoner, they'll refer you back to the act. They'll ask you, why did you bring this guy outside even before the prescribed time? That is why when it is 7 o'clock, all prisoners get in. That is within the rules of the prison system. Every place has its own rights.
Standing order
There are standing orders, which was brought about by our seniors who sat down and decided that this is what ought to happen. This ought not to happen. Whatever is good is what has to happen. That which is not good, that should not happen. If it happens, it would be you responsible for doing it, but it should not have been done. Is what I know.
Thank you, Mr. Jallow, for that explanation. The simple answer to my question then is yes. Prisoners are taken in at 7 and taken out at 7.
Kasurankol ke dundi 7 nyana tare dunda andu 7 so mandala fana sifin dindino wala mla jabiro ni wala muhadi war
ngalonne wala nanka bambandae.
Yes, I know it. I was just emphasizing it for you.
Bawo na do ko lam so wala nan lafta itandilala manke ko mba so kanne.
It's my work. That is why I want to explain it to you. Not that I am arguing with you.
Maybe ite wolonne bar doma wolong.
Maybe you know that, but there are others who don't know.
Thank you very much. So my next question on that was going to be that if an inmate died, a prisoner died during the night in the cell, how is that situation handled? Can you explain to the Commission?
Nintara fo al halato me alon ko kasolon ko fata suto silanga be selo kono alka o ko nyin al halo nyal ka muta nyaadi le
ni mo fata selo kono suto.
If someone died in the cell in the night, this work, everyone has their own area of activity. In the prison, mostly there is one amongst others who usually is their head.
Suddenly abanta selo kono.
If, let's say, the person suddenly dies,
The locking up officer commandilal.
they will call the locking up officer.
Natra misal fe 2 o'clock lem.
For instance, if it is 2 o'clock,
The locking up officer is there to oversee all the problems.
the locking up officer is there to oversee all the problems. He collects the keys
after taking over at night.
After taking over at night.
I save key. You
will put all the keys into the safe.
Emergency key bondi the officer in charge la.
He will take the emergency key and hand it over to the officer in charge.
The main store key attending water.
But he will go home with the main store key.
Is not emergency.
But that key, if at all it is not an emergency, because they used to sew it, they used to sew it and they just let a little tip of it out. If you should remove that key from that pouch without a situation which is deemed to be an emergency situation,
you will explain how and why.
You will explain how and why.
So that prisoner banta locking up officer in charge be locking up commandila locking up room.
Officer in charge will call the officer in charge at the locking up room. He will come.
After a medical fanang inform.
At that time, they would have informed the medics.
Will be ibena.
All of them will come.
They open the cell.
They will open the cell.
The
prisoners will assist them. They will remove the cups to the clinic before day breaks. If we're told there is an ambulance or a vehicle,
hospital.
They will take the person to the hospital, to the mortuary.
And from there, communication will be done.
From there, communication will be done.
The man in charge.
The man in charge
will make a call.
Will make a call.
He start to inform the authorities.
And begin to inform the authorities.
That's what I know.
This is what I know.
Has there been any particular time where a dead prisoner has had to stay in the cells till morning before taken out?
What na sort of that jail bang mo fa selo kono nungi ma findin di selo kono fo fano keta.
Yes, that what once happened.
Thank you very much for that information. At this point, I would like you to tell us about your detention and being detained at the remand wing for 22 days.
Silang nyim fanna lafta ka men kacaja wala mu ita fango kundingo ye muto men kela ye sindi detention ye detain tilimuang nimfulo.
Until detention I started daming.
Where my detention started,
I
was given an assignment.
At
that time, my right hand was paining me. Because some of us have been in mile 2 for a long time. That time, operations traveled. He went on a mission.
One boy bijeka Solo Manga.
There was one boy called Solo Manga.
Nata interloring Fenkoto. Na falling blood. Parade ground.
He came and found me standing at our parade ground.
TTC Balaje.
Besides TCC.
Anata akonye mbitang.
He came to me and said to me, my in-law.
Konye mako DG ko ni mobile lebe confinement ni mamfunti.
He said to me, help me, please, because the DG said that if there are mobiles in confinement and they are not brought out,
I will have a problem.
I will have a problem. Please, let's go so that you could help me. We used to go with the recruits.
You
lead them.
By then he was a superintendent.
By then he was a superintendent. He was my junior. But he was my boss. I seniored him in the service. But he seniored me by rank. And we were together. He begged me. I told him my hand is paining me. He said, "Are you not happy with me being operations?" I said, "No, it's not that. It's just that my hand is paining me." He said, "Please help me."
Okay, no problem. Let's go.
I said to him, "Okay, no problem. Let's go."
We went to security wing.
We went to security wing. And we separated. I went with one group. Others went with other group.
Number 5 BJ, number 4 BJ, number 7 BJ, number 1 BJ.
There was number 5, number 4, number 7, number 1.
Mr. Jallow, if I may just take you through your statement of what was said. It is correct that you went to conduct a search.
Yes.
And in conducting this search, mobile phones were found.
Yes.
And at some point you were accused that you had taken one of the mobile phones. And you were also asked to testify against some of the other officers that they also found mobile phones.
Sorry.
But then you did not testify against them.
No, I'm sorry. Let me clarify that portion.
Go ahead.
Okay. Bring a search, okay?
After we conducted the search, members of my group,
Umar Mane, P.O. Mane,
I was there with him. He took a hoe and he was digging around. By God's grace, we found a polythene bag. Mane took it out.
Moved some inch.
At that time, I had moved some inches. He called me and said, "The mobiles that we are looking for are here."
Let me consult the most senior man on the ground.
I told him, "Let me consult the most senior man on the ground."
By then, I was an inspector. SPO Ba Kumandi, what SPO lem?
I called SPO Ba because at the time he was SPO. He came and I showed them to him.
He told me, "Okay, let me consult the most senior man on the ground."
He told me, "Okay, let me consult the most senior man on the ground."
ASP Ablai Bojang Kumandi.
He called ASP Ablai Bojang.
Noah Dabo was there.
Famara
Sane was there. Modsar
was there. So we all converged there. I picked up the polythene bag. I tore it. I stuck in my left hand and brought out 2 phones. I gave one to Noah Dabo. I held on to one. The one that I held,
I can fully remember the battery cover.
Its battery cover was sellotaped. But it's my right hand that was spinning. The finger. So I removed the sellotape on the cover of the battery.
And left the battery confirm whether there is any SIM or not.
I wanted to remove the battery to confirm whether there was any SIM or not. Abulai snatched the phone from my hand. And he injured me along the process. Some people told him, "This man's son is spinning, you are injuring him." He went with the phone. The one with Noah was the one that we confirmed, and we found an official SIM card in it. After some time, he came back.
Whether there is any SIM.
We asked him if there was any SIM. He said there was no SIM.
And from there, I hand over chief office.
Then from there, we handed over the phones to the chief office.
What was Chief Sar lemu chief?
That time, Chief Sar was the chief. I used to assist him with the distributions in the morning.
Together with SPO Ba.
What was SPO lemati? At that time, it was SPO.
So after you phone ya hand over Chief Sarla.
They took the phones and handed them over to Chief Sar.
Chief Sar ya hand over another senior man la wali asamba director ya David Colley.
Chief Sar handed it to another senior officer, who then handed them over to the DG, David Colley.
So we there for few days.
So we were there until after a few days.
Atambulo saying abendimikan no good no bad.
My hand was paining severely.
Nata mile 2 during continent and tata hospital.
I came to mile 2 and I proceeded to the hospital.
But in a hospital nada drombulo be eating.
I came from the hospital and my hand was swollen.
Chief Sar yenje.
Chief Sar saw me.
CSP Molamin Mane yenje.
CSP Modlamin Mane saw me.
When you go ite bulo beteng ikanajan. Say.
He told me, your hand is in this condition and yet you are coming here. Go home. I said, no, I came to look for medicine. I cannot just sit like that without medicine.
That was inside the main yard.
That was inside the main yard. I went outside like that, going out.
Former headquarters stop.
I went until I was nearly at our former headquarters.
One boy began ex-prison officer.
There was one boy, an ex-prison officer. May God have mercy on him. He came there at that time.
From Holygam.
From Holygam. He said that all of you should go and answer. Behold, that case was moved forwarded to Holygam. So we went to Holygam. We gave our statements. What transpired, we explained. Everyone is saying we saw Ablai snatch the phone from Jombo's hands. I also said he took it from my hand and went with it. So we went and gave those statements. I was there until after my hand became better.
We call received from justice.
We were there and suddenly we got a call from the Justice Department. If I have not forgotten, I think it was Abdullah Mikhail who was there. That we should go and answer. We went there and he asked us. He removed all of our statements.
This case is under court.
He said to me, this case is under court.
Banjul Magistrate Court.
At the Banjul Magistrate's Court.
You are going to testify.
He said to me, you are going to testify.
Okay, no problem. What I know, that's what I'm going to say.
I said to him, no problem. What I know is what I will say. So we went. Since that day, I never had peace again.
They trapped me.
They trapped me.
I want to testify against officer.
Because I was going to testify against other officers. But I did not report the case to Holygam. I did my duties.
The Director General case ni samba Holygam.
The Director General was the one who took the case to Holygam. So now the thing has now turned against them.
Accused.
Who was there? Who were accused?
Solomanga was accused.
Solomanga was accused.
Ablai Bojang was accused.
Ablai Bojang was accused.
No Ablai Bojang Solomanga walente force kadung wo diamokono.
And Ablai Manga was the one that forced me to get into that issue.
I will not go there.
Because at that time my hand was paining me. If not that, I wouldn't have gone there.
There was a time to live steering yoka.
But there was a time we were living together. My room was here. He was here. We used to sit down and chat, and we were beneficial to each other. That was why I went there. So they arrested them and took them to Holygam. I went home. They were there for some time. One day they called me that I should report to court.
DPP Fangole Lota Akonteko, Jombo, you are number one witness.
DPP stood and said to me, Jombo, you are number one witness.
Because of everybody is saying that we have seen this man snatch the phone from your hand.
Because everyone is saying that we have seen this man snatch the phone from your hand.
But he take it from me.
So you are going to say that he took it from you.
Okay, no problem.
I said, okay, no problem. So I was the only one that testified. They asked me, and I narrated everything. So they asked me whether I had any problems with these people. I said, no, we have no problems.
After for few days,
I was there after a few days. They called me again to be cross-examined. I went and did that cross-examination. The lady asked me everything she should ask me. That is their lawyer.
After
when I was done, I went. Since that day, I never had peace anymore. They trapped me.
So now get to the point of what happened until you were arrested and detained.
Yes. So
what happened until I was arrested?
Because by then among the inspectors,
there was only one person who was my senior.
That was SPO Kalilu Sane.
That was SPO Kalilu Sane.
By then he was SPO.
By then he was SPO. Apart from him, I senior the rest of them.
Okay.
We were there.
Roster shift. They put me in shift.
They put me on a shift.
Yes, they go and discuss. They say, now, when we want to get this man, let us put him in the shift.
They went and discussed and said, to get this man, we should put him in a shift.
Whereby any fallacious error.
Mr. Witness, you want to speak English now?
Mistake
so that whatever mistake happens anywhere, we can use that now to get him.
They
called me to the office. And they told me, now you are in the shift.
That is not normal.
But everybody knew that that wasn't normal.
Because service is rank and number.
Because service is rank and number.
You cannot put me in a place whilst my juniors are there.
You cannot put me in a place whilst my juniors are there.
Those people should be at the shift.
Those people should be at the shift.
But
they picked us and put us there.
No problem. It's part of the job.
I said to them, no problem. It is part of the job.
Whenever you serve 3 months, we take you out.
They said to me, yes, whenever you serve 3 months, we will take you out.
Because maybe before that 3 months, they will get me.
They were sure that perhaps before the 3 months, they will get me.
And the NUA also was part of that searching. At
that time, NUA was there.
So Ning Nua will baby Nyokanje.
So I was there with Nua and others. We were there together.
So
they put me in the shift.
Morning duties doku.
I performed my morning duties.
All can I understand.
People used to come and tell us, but I don't understand what is happening. How can they handpick you to perform the duties when you in the shift, when you have your genius?
I
said to them, there is no problem. I performed my morning duties and completed.
Night duty.
I performed my night duties.
Night duty another Sunday, Monday.
When I completed the night duty, which was on a Sunday, night duties, the following day, Sunday.
One night duty by then, one night duty, almost 6 lenata duties la. More war.
At that time, the 6 of us came for night duties.
More 6 lebembulu.
I had 6 people. Excuse me. I was the 7th. Those 7 people.
Post main gate bundatu.
I posted one at the main gate.
That night.
Adama. Him alone.
I post 2 at the remand wing.
I posted 2 at the remand wing.
I posted 1 at the gate lodge.
I posted 1 at the gate lodge.
I posted 1 at the class 1.
I posted 1 at the class 1.
I posted another one class 2.
I posted another one class 2.
The matter as a patrolling officer.
I was alone inside as a patrolling officer. We were there until daybreak. I I went outside to look for someone.
Koni officer follow me report na nga grip nga fay tawasanto isajen se personal funtindino before saving kukol ninyi mo kotengol isaje se doko keno.
I said that the first person that will report to work, I'll capitalize on that person and send him up the tower so that the cooks and the others could be able to do their jobs and the prisoners can able to come out.
Because hospital kasoto like court kasoto so ni meyele because of manghan soto abdilians binale.
Because there were people going to court, there were some going to the hospital. So if I did not open them and I did not have assistance, the delay was going to be considerable. So I went outside. I was there, then suddenly I saw people running. Behold, somebody jumped, remind. When he jumped, the officers followed him.
But the
officers did not eventually see him. He lost track. They lost track.
Prisons headquarters kata.
He went behind the headquarters, back of the headquarters, and he was moving along.
So, Mr. Jallow, you're telling this commission that a prisoner escaped?
Yes.
Yes.
Continue.
So, I'm bringing wo Canada.
When he escaped,
atata fo radio seed ma fangola.
He went until radio seed.
Alain de ma min fongo yas police o mi a charge for ya samba kasokono.
By God's grace, the police officer who charged him until he was taken to court was the one who actually saw him.
Ala motolondi.
He parked his vehicle. He called him and apprehended him and brought him back.
So can you tell the commission how that led to your arrest and detention?
For commission, munanata sabu waketa mune wokendi hanu fo wale nata ketela mutoti aninke sindi dulakeli.
Biling wo escape happened that yo saying sotole.
When that escape happened, they said, "Okay, now we have got him." I went outside looking for someone, but I did not complete that assignment. I came back rushing in.
Because
where the escape took place and where I was in the main yard. This one is at the remind wing over there.
Demo is nearly 200 meters.
The distance between us was nearly 200 meters.
Officer in charge
and there was an officer in charge.
Sergeant in charge.
A sergeant was in charge of that place. Whose name was Ibrahim Ambai. And Lamin Bojang. They were on duties there. In my yard, the one I took over from,
by then the roll was 774.
By then the roll was 774.
Take over.
That was what I took over. This guy escaped from that place.
Late Peter Bojan.
I was there. Suddenly, the late Peter Bojan came. And Alaji Job. They said to me, "We've been instructed to take you to remand." I said, "Remand for what?" They said, "We've been told to detain you." I told them I wasn't going.
Most of the officers were crying.
Out of all the 6 officers who were on duty at that night, were you the only one who was arrested?
The
people that I was in the yard, I was the only one that was arrested.
Sergeant remind.
The sergeant that was at remand.
Water escape duty.
That man went for the escape duty.
Mr. Jallow, my question is, out of the 6 of you that were on duty that night, were you the only officer that was arrested?
Ako, akenyin kamen na atel molu men be do kola ulal ni mo woro yado kono. Bari inatete damman ne muta molu kono.
Ha yentele muta anin sajino ni.
Yes, I was the one arrested with the sergeant.
But remind ba fangoyele.
But the remand is on its own.
Yado ba fangoye.
The yard is another place of its
security
own.
Wing ba fangoye.
The security wing is another area of its own.
Female wing ba fangoye.
The female wing also is another area of its own.
So ni be yado kono fengo fen kita remind ita lonna.
If we are in the yard, whatever happens at the remand wing, you will not be aware of it.
Ni be remind fengo fen kita yado kono ita lonna.
If you are in the remand, whatever happens in the yard, you will not be aware of it.
Posting neke.
I did my posting.
Masajino ni nyinkeje.
I put a sergeant and this other man
All
there.
the prisoners were inside. Mo bebe konot.
All the prisoners were inside. Everyone was inside.
Taking over keta banta.
The taking over took place and it was completed.
Just to patrol.
Just to patrol was what was left.
The locking up officer was there.
The locking up officer was there.
Momo a complaint soto.
Anyone who has a complaint,
they will call the officer in charge.
They will call the officer in charge.
They will call the locking up officer.
They will call the locking up officer.
Very woman ke yentele muta.
That didn't take place. They just arrested me.
Boy indingo mimbe remind.
The young man at the remand,
headquarters, guard.
They allowed him to go to the headquarters so that he will become the quarter guard there.
So Sergeant Onyi often arrest.
The sergeant was also arrested.
Yeah, saying Sergeant Onyi was sacrificed in Tella.
The sergeant was sacrificed because of me.
Because we didn't have a director here.
Because when we went to the director, he said Mbai once helped him at the confinement.
So therefore,
so that's why he said he didn't want to see Mbai in such a predicament. He said he will set an example for me. We made ourselves the brave ones.
Testify officially.
We are the ones who stand and testify against officers. I told him that to testify against an officer didn't start with me. That happened many times in this prison here. Many people stood here and testified against officers. He told them to return me back. He said I should have sent somebody to the quarters. I told him that I didn't have enough men. How can I send somebody to the quarters and leave the prison empty when there are other people lying down there? I said I will not do that. So I said, okay, then they took me back. He said he will set an example for me.
So Mr. Jallow, how long were you detained for at the remand wing?
I was there for 22 days.
Were you charged with any offense?
For last minute, I
was there until the last minute. All that while I was not charged. I did not give any statement. They just ignored me there. I was there until when peace came my way. They brought in Borakoli.
Borakoli took over. Ayodula took over on the 6th.
Borakoli took over that place on the 6th.
On the 7th.
On the 7th.
On the 8th.
On the 8th.
On the 9th.
On the 9th. That was on a Monday. When Bora came, he went around. He went to Joshua. Before he returned, I was there suddenly. I was called. Job came and called me. He told me, let's go. DG said that you should go and answer to him.
22 days.
At that time, I had already spent 22 days. I never saw my family. I never ate. God and other people. Even where I sleep, only God knows. If I had stayed longer, I could have contracted beriberi. Because I was lying on the floor. It could make me sick. But by God's help, people stood for me. Officers started complaining. They begged him, but he would not accept. And the prisoner was caught and returned back.
For 22 days.
He packed me there for 22 days. And then he said he has dismissed me. And he removed all my ranks, demoted me. At the time I was an SPO. God and this new director
and
other good people who are within the prison system, they are the ones that came together. And this new director, they spoke to Bora. They said this man was taken advantage of. He said he has withdrawn. They said they dismissed him, and this guy has done nothing which warrants the dismissal.
So, Mr. Jallow, at this point, you were reinstated.
So, Mr. Jallow, Nintembe ye Murundi do kolale.
Yes, they eventually reinstated me.
And according to your statement, you were lucky that none of your salary was discontinued.
Andung akite manta bengoti imela jokuntu.
Because they
did not discontinue my salary. But if it had passed that stage, it would have affected my salary.
I find it very tough.
I found it very tough.
Because detained on the 19th.
I was detained on the 19th until the end of the month.
Until on the 9th.
Until the 9th. That was when he said that he has dismissed me. My salary was there. I couldn't pick it up. I couldn't give it to my family. So I was there. That time, how my family sustained themselves, only God knows. My friends and relatives, they assisted me, my mother's, father's, uncles.
So after Natata Holygam.
Then I went to Holygam.
For the body, because I control loyalty for the body.
Because he said we were loyal to Fode Bari.
I control loyal for the body. It's a case referred to for the body.
I told him that we are not, it's not part of that we are loyal to Fode Bari, but you forwarded the case to Fode Bari.
So Nintul Tata J for the body in the statement of I court case pushed to Holygam to this court, young Kumandika testify.
So when we went
to because manganing solo accused war mobile la wole atina keta case wole nata lo box auto ni test nge fenk.
So manganing juma
Ablai Bojang.
Because it was Manga and Ablai Bojang who stood in the box during the case.
So woman nadia.
That's what pained him.
So wole atina nata lo nye kang yang kangkati.
That's the reason why he decided to treat me badly. It was because of the help of the director, plus the good people in the prison. They told him that this man didn't commit any crime.
So the
day I went to testify,
cross-examine.
The day I went for the cross-examination, that's the day when Bora called me.
Inspector.
He said to me, Inspector,
where are you?
Where Ibeming? Where are you?
Police station.
I said to him, I am at the Brikama police station presently. He told me, tomorrow come and report here. Where is your sergeant? I said to him, he's there. He told me to inform the sergeant so that tomorrow we can all report together. Then I went for the cross-examination.
So after the following day, not a report.
Then the following day, we came and reported.
Then
they took me to Bora. When he asked me, I narrated everything to him. He said if he was to dismiss you, he should have dismissed you before I come.
But take over from a case report before
because I will not come here, take over the place. Just on I went to Joswang just for a checkup, and before I come back, he decided to dismiss you. I will not accept that.
Because being officer
he said because when we were going to his office, I had come back from Joswang. You passed me.
So, Mr. Jallow, at this point, you were reinstated in the service.
Mr. Jallow,
and up to date, you are still with the service.
Yes.
Mr. Jallow, thank you very much for coming to testify before this commission today. Mr. Chair, I am done with the witness. Thank you.
Silang ay kodi chairman lela commission chairman and ning commissioner do nyinin karo soto ibe nyinin kalale.
Thank you very much indeed, Council, and thank you, Mr. Jallow, for your testimony.
I council numbara, I etefana numbara puri sonta kana sede arola.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. We'll do that. Commissioner Samba, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Samba, wale lafte nyini nkala sayin.
Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Jallow.
Commissioner Samba kabe konton na Mr. Jallow.
Lafte nyini nkala kuma kango menna wala minyinti ko lafte nyini nkala for prison mantara on the PMU.
I want to ask you whether the prisons is not under the PMO.
Ibe under PMO le.
Yeah, under the PMO.
Sila niyata la prison be under PMO. Me dismiss. I dismiss nyadi le imanta PMO maleka dila. PMO man femfoe. Fuate ka sidro ka foe ko nye baile aye bay akwo sita wonya.
If the prisons are under the PMO, how did your dismissal come about? Since you got no letter from the PMO indicating that you've been dismissed, how did he just take it upon himself to dismiss you like that without any intervention of the PMO?
Adalta wokela la ake mo jamale la menu ente senior.
He has been used to that. He did that to many people who were even my seniors.
Deputy commissioners.
Because he did it to deputy commissioners.
I will be the commissioners ke forced to retire.
Commissioners, some commissioners were even forced to retire.
So, Farah Mumi Alongo just inspector them.
Farah, somebody like Farah, who was just an inspector.
So, what on them inspector?
I was an inspector too at that time.
So, Ibajalako, I mean for motives knowledge.
This was, that was the way. Whatever he says, nobody can do anything about it. But if Allah is on anybody's side, nobody can do anything to you. He said to me that he has dismissed me on Monday. I went out on Tuesday.
Testify cross-examine.
On Wednesday, I went for the cross-examination. That was the day they called me and told me to come back and report for duties on Thursday. He did what he was able to do. But Allah did also what Allah decides to do. On that Thursday, when I reported for work, on Friday, when he closed from work, he did that. On Friday, he was also moved to the interior. They took him there as an advisor.
So
he went there. He said he has dismissed me, but I'm back at the prisons. The day he was supposed to close from work, he came all the way till around Abuko, around the petrol station. He was just passing. He passed me and he saw me in full uniform. I complimented him when he was passing. He just passed. Because he was my boss. I will not insult him. I will not say anything bad about him. He did what he thought was good for him. But Allah is above everything. Mandinka said, somebody's ablution water, if it is more than your bathing water, you will always leave that person alone. So this was how Allah decided between me and him. But he just wanted to damage me. And I suffered in his hands. Before all this, even I suffered before all this. And not everything is narrated. But there was a time when I suffered greatly in this. What happened in those days? If I come to work until I closed from work and went home, I always thank Allah.
Because there was a time in the prisons,
Because there was a time in the prisons, if it is time for people to close from work,
Ni jita ite tardeta domandindorong.
if you close from work and you decided to waste time a little bit,
Ila mol ka falo ko biwo ya soron.
people will say that, well, today he has been locked.
Because inteka call so receive le nin tardeta lumina bawo moto silolem.
Because I receive calls, because it is a way where transports pass by.
Nina family manje for a certain period.
If my family doesn't see me up to a certain period, they will always think that they'll have two minds, thinking that something has gone amiss.
So
Whether you have been locked up or not. This is how we were working.
Okay,
The second question, I actually have 3 questions, you will pardon me.
Lafta niwa answer ya asutiyandi because jamale bela fila purka nyininkar, okay, it's possible.
I want you to give short answers because there may be some who would also want to ask questions.
Prisoners nyol menka fa.
Those prisoners that usually die,
Anu nibi na ngamira nibe enroll la prisons ikela next of king me alongo ni kuketela, it will be responsible, health responsible.
I think when they have been enrolled, the next of kin is always included in the paperwork so that if in the event something happens to that prisoner, that next of kin is informed.
Kadum ko ngajele ko melbe nata testify ya ka fal ko ni fata don ki hand over le samba death house.
Because
so family members
I have seen from the witnesses that testified here saying that each time a prisoner died, what they do is they hand over to the medics and they take the corpse to the hospital. Do you not always inform the family members?
Inform them. Momo bantajang ala next of kin.
We inform them. Anyone who dies there, we always inform the next of kin.
Oh, nka information or delay. Nka call sol keke inform because molbi jele mini alonko special wala mwila dogo ti medical.
Yes, we do calls and inform their relatives because there are people who are responsible for that.
Because
medics. Because the corpse belongs to the relatives.
So ntolti hanyilanga ma atara me consult.
We will not dare to do anything with the corpse without consulting the relatives.
Confirmation of California atara misal fe momi alonko amam badin soto de nga kata nyaaw nyamam fenkeno then after BCC is responsible, but
except
I
for
people, dead house back.
Except for people who have no next of kin. In that case, we hand over the corpse to the BCC.
Next question, Sabanyango.
Third question.
Wala mnyintiko, ni tata remind, nga moyele ka fuko, ite kita mo kutoti, iman ladula soto, ikela kotoma, mo kotol membeje, ika kodole bondi, yela ladula sang. I
heard that if you are being taken to remand as a new prisoner and you have no space where to lie down, you can use money to pay to those inmates that have been in prison for longer so that they could give you their space in exchange for money.
Remind je haniketa new manoti ni nata.
In remind, even if you are a new prisoner, when you reach there,
ni mobe moto ni atra iketa moleti mi alonko mo bunya mole muiti.
If you are somebody who is dignified or a respected person,
prisoner ka ikawulile ka palaso dila.
Prisoners will get up and give you space.
Bari ni mo fananko ibe terla remind ye kodo bondia di prisoner la ni official yaje iba mutalebule because kodo mang allowed.
But any prisoner that comes there and wants to bribe or give money to other prisoners because of something, money is not allowed there. If they are aware of it, they'll take the whole money from you.
Because
because somebody amongst them will report you, which happens there. They will report each other.
And because everything
they will receive the money. They will take the money from you. Because whenever you go there, that money should be handed over, and in case you do that and you are caught, in fact, you will be punished.
Ni sulata fen sanna ni official bita shopping kele den go official le bita shopping ke lafta minna e wasangiye bari kodo nga wo mutebulu yenna do ko la luati nyale aksono nyanta tale lal.
Because what happens is when they were booking you in, whatever you come with as part of your possessions, your money will be handed over. And if you go in with money and you are caught, you have gone against our laws, which is not, which doesn't go well with the prison authorities there.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Samba. Any other questions? Yeah, Commissioner Kai, you have the floor. Yeah. Witness, if I can just appeal to you to shorten your answers as we're getting ready to prepare for the afternoon session, and another witness coming, I believe. Commissioner Kai, you have the floor.
Chairman ko ni sila njabirolu sutiyandi katu mbempare kanne pour sede do nyantanala me yalon ko lebe kala tilbula sedoti so ila jabirolu dukare se sutiyandi.
Thank you. My question is a simple one. Because throughout this session, we've heard that torture has been taking place in the prisons and that there are instances where prisoners were flogged. But what is not clear to me is whether that is just limited to male prisoners or female prisoners are also included in that.
Commissioner Kala nyini nkaro mumenti wale butero fotale meta mwela ko butero lu kake kasola. Bari wo butero lu fodum ikake ke kasola nkolu dammanela adu musolu fana liela dinkira soto jele. Fo musolu dungolu ibuka inene buka lu bute kaso kono jebang.
Musol de nene ma wo moy.
I never heard women be beaten. That women were beaten. I was never aware of that, and I never heard it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jallow, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so now.
Yaman ko Mr. Jallow, ni fana kumasoto ilafta mem banke la janim janibe pare la kata. Ifana sila o kumolu yitandi sai.
Okay, alhamdulillah rabbil alamina.
Thanks be to Allah.
Nata janne mu banko dingoleti.
Because I came here and I'm a citizen of this country. I should work for this Gambia. This is the Gambia we have. This Gambia belongs to us. If it is good, it's good for all of us. When the country is spoiled, it's for all of us. This TRRC, this is very, very good. Anyone who says bad things about this TRRC, you don't know what we are doing. There was a time when a lot of people suffered in this country. There are very, very good elders here present. To bring people together and reconcile people and to establish the truth. Any person who is a good citizen of this country, you shouldn't refuse that.
So
thank you very much. But I have an appeal. We at the prisons, we have suffered greatly. We at the prisons, it looks like that the government has turned its back on us. Truly speaking, even as a prisoner is brought to mile 2, the moment he arrives at the gate lodge with a police escort, and he happens to see the office where he is going to be admitted, there will be the time where he will know that I will suffer in this place. Because he will realize that the officers here don't even have a place, much more a prison inmate. We don't have an office. The building there, those offices were built there since colonial days. Council said it here. He said, I spent a long time working at the prisons. And it's true. I have spent a long time working there. But I have elders there, senior people who have spent longer time than me there. But it's clear to all of us that the building, this prison building, is older than all of us working there. It's older than all the prisoners who are incarcerated in there. It's over 60 years. This prison is the same way it has been. The cells, the way they were built initially, are still the same cells. They have never been changed or reduced or added. The cells there were not built by us. We found them there. We are appealing to government to do something about the prisons. We have suffered. We've had many things being said about us there. If you come to the area of the officers, there are some of our co-workers who has received their risk allowances. We haven't got anything. And I will give out reasons here why I can say that our job is risky. We are staying with prisoners. Somebody who is staying at a place where he doesn't like. Some are under death sentence. Some are under life sentences. Some of them are foreigners. These are the people we work with, and they are the people we go out with. Our officers have suffered greatly. One sergeant who works with us has been stabbed at Tanka. What went into his body, that's what he's estimating. It was only Allah who saved him from death. Chief Tamba, a prisoner kicked him on his leg and broke it. His name is Ansumana Tamba. He has already left the job now. A prisoner broke his leg. By this time. Around this time. Jabi. Prisoner very seriously. A prisoner took a razor blade and sliced him very seriously. What are we taking over? But at that time he was taking over duties. And later on, that developed into meningitis. He was there like that for quite a long time until we all lost courage. We thought that he was going to die. But he was saved by Allah. Things like that happened. Many of those things happened there, many incidents. In fact, recently, there was a man whose head was split open. The worst part of it. From there, the worst part of the job. What everybody can see is that we take these prisoners out of the prison building, we go and walk outside with these prisoners, and we go into the forest to walk with them. We go and find cooking, we go and find wood for cooking. We don't have guns. We don't even have knives. And they, the prisoners, are the people handling the axes. They cut the firewood with those axes. When they are tired, they hand over those axes to the officers. When it is enough, they will take it and put it on board the truck. There is no, among all the prison officers, those who didn't go out to look for firewood are very few. Because deep forest. I still have pain on my shoulder because of firewood, and all the officers who go out with these prisoners have to take part in the job.
aka kentol bulu do kolti nga fire service la moto borindi le wo fonga wotinya
Well,
police te fola army te fola.
This is what's happening there. We the prison officers have to go out with prisoners to look for firewood. Transport problem is one of our challenges there. We drove the prison truck until it was completely broken down. From the police, from the army, we walk with all those trucks to go and look for firewood.
Operation Jombo need firewood seater.
Jombo operation at the operations, if it is time to go and look for firewood,
abuka sino abuka lono.
He will not sit down or even stand up. Transport is always a big challenge for us to go into the bush. And our life is at a big risk because those prisoners, they can kill officers and run and go into Casamas. Because when we go to look for firewood, we go nearer to the border than the interior of this country. If you come to the prisoners,
remand bedamming is a problem.
Where the remand is located is a problem.
Remand fatale.
The remand is completely full.
Josuang fatale.
Josuang is full.
Janjambure fatale.
Janjambure is full.
Ne Gambia jubebi.
If you look at the Gambia today, there are only 3 prisons.
Prison Sabol.
These 3 prisons,
Josuang Janjambure Mile 2.
Josuang Janjambure and Mile 2.
Station Jelle are surround Jang.
How many stations are surrounding it?
How many courthouse are surround Jang?
How many courthouses are available around?
Bring Kalaji for Kartong.
From Kalaji to Kartong,
Ibeka Nyapina Mile 2.
They all bring the people to the Mile 2 prisons. And they come with warrants there. You cannot say that the prison is full. The prison is sometimes filled up to the brim.
1,900 plus.
Sometimes you have almost 1,000 or even 900 inmates in the prison there. The time this prison was built, the Gambia's population was not even up to the level it is today. Now, the whole country have their own stations around. There are magistrates around in the country. And now there are no prisons available. Well, I'm appealing to the government to help us with more prisons. Nobody is happy about prisons, but all these prisons belong to all of us. Because as far as it is the country is concerned, there are prisons which are not enough in the country.
Because ndolni ya crossback prisons je biti loto.
Because
anyanta tambila ni nala manke ko mol mala fi do ko wala.
If you look at
the mol bi jele minu yalon ko they are very good. And prisonal fana bi jele minu yalon ko mo kende balde bi je minu yalon ko wol dol ka alquran o karan prisons kono le atanka.
Because if you look at the situation today, there should be more prisons than the amount of prisons in the country. Because among the officers, you have good people. Among the prisoners, you have good people. And among even the prisoners, some of them, they learn the Quran in the prison up to the point of completing it and mastering the Quran. And sometimes it is me or other officers who help them and take them out on Fridays to go and pray Friday, to go and perform their Friday prayers. So there are good people there. If that's the way it is, let them help us. Let's all look at the prisons. All those who came there, what always they say is that we never imagined that this place is like this. When the person goes out, they will always become quiet. If the person goes home and lies down wherever he places his head, that's the end of it. So this is what is our problem there. If you come to mile 2, even defense, we are talking about diseases, but the place where they would dump the waste, if those dumping places are lighted with fire, We cannot even breathe in the prisons. Officers cannot breathe in the prisons. If it is the smell,
the whole day
the whole day people will feel the smell around.
Is less than 300 meters.
Where they dump the waste matters between that place, Ndangan, and the prison is less than 300 meters.
Because
our garden is located next to Ndangan. This is why we have been suffering there up to now. This is all what exists in there, but people don't even look upon the prisoners.
But alhamdulillah rabbil alamin assign prisons benyame abe falinga director soto anala commissioner.
But thanks to Allah, we have a director plus his commissioners. They are trying a lot of things for the people there. There was a time when we were all treated as slaves.
But another mobe commandia, a prisoner follow commandia, a council.
But when he came, the first thing he did was to call the prisoners and counsel them. He told them, I will do my level best and I will try and see what will make things or matters easy for you people here. Whatever I can do on the right of your prisoners, I will try my best to make sure that you get your rights. Then he also called the officers and talked to them the same way. He told them, you have now gained your freedom. Nobody should walk here under threat. From that day up to this moment,
officer mantra under threat.
No officer has been under threat there. This is why we missed a lot of our officers. Today, at this present moment, you have more females at mile 2 than males on the officer's side. And the work is harder on men than the women there. It was just yesterday when I left the position of a chief officer.
I was the chief officer, man in charge of all the junior officers and the inmates.
I was the chief officer responsible for all the other officers and the inmates.
And
I was one time chief, but I was denied that position. It's because of Allah and Mane. It was Mane who recommended me and took me to that position. If Mane didn't come, by this time we would all have left that place.
Another deputy director.
Plus his deputy director and other directors. Prisoners don't praise anybody. Prisoners don't praise people. There are people, whenever they lack medicine, it is the officers who will take their own money and buy medicine for them.
And prisoner prisoner can de baldem ni moment can de ayalong boro prescribe ikajele mo ka anyom prisoner ya fa okay mbatu nina mol nata mbafale ko boro sanyi.
There are prisoners inside this prison there who are so good that if somebody, another prisoner needs medicine and the medicine is not available in there, those prisoners will tell him to wait and they will inform their relatives to buy these medicines for those prisoners.
Mr. Jallow, can you conclude quickly the testimony? As I had indicated, we're going to do that. I don't want to interrupt you, but if you can finalize your remarks, that would be very helpful indeed.
Chairman, ko sila kumo suti yandi sign ya teriyandi because katu dole be siring menyantana la CDRO la wato bitakang.
O prisoner mol bi jele mi alon ko wolle ka borol sangi because one prisoner bi je ka famille baba galle.
There are prisoners who always buy medication for other prisoners. What? Because there is one person called Baba Galle.
Baba Galle Jallow.
Baba Galle Jallow.
A prescription safae.
He was given a prescription so that he should wear specs. He informed the operations unit. Operations unit informed DG. They took out money, 2,500, and bought glasses for him.
For 2,800 lembang, for 2,500, but expect stanga is very costly, nearly 2,800.
They bought glasses for him around 2,800, not quite sure whether it was 2,500 or 2,800, but they were able to purchase these glasses for this person.
But momo iminke koku bara alabe jola walla.
Allah will reward anybody for any good you do.
One point of observation, because kunung Amadou Skatrin Jane, I ento for jang.
I have one point of observation. Amadou Skatredjane named me here yesterday.
Ako Jombo.
He said Jombo.
And don't tell him Jombo.
And I am Jombo.
I have for TRRC Janet.
He said it at the TRRC here. This is why I also want to say it here, so that we can all hear it together. Truly, I am Jombo.
But in Jimbo fanam bijele.
But there is another person called Jimbo.
So naman Jombo ni Jimbo bondi nyoto.
If he cannot distinguish Jimbo from Jombo,
so asafono Jombo,
he might be able to say it is Jombo.
Because ateka min foko ya la selo sa ya chika ya samba Josuang.
What he said, that his cell was searched and they took him to Josuang.
Ya ura ya samba Josuang.
He was stripped naked and taken to Josuang.
Ntema wo sembo soto nuwo wato ka woke.
I don't have the powers at that time to do what he said.
Because prisoner transfer.
To transfer a prisoner is part of our job.
Official ka transfer.
Officers also transfer.
Prisoner ka transfer.
Prisoners also transfer.
But such prisoner like Ahmad Skatrin Jane.
But prisoners like Amadou Skatrin Jane.
Mandate soto ka obondi mile to central prisons ka samba Josuang prisons.
I don't have the mandate to remove him from mile 2 prisons and bring him to Josuang prison.
Because ngamwela ka foko Jombo tata akamfata tata Alaji ya.
Because I heard him saying that Jombo became angry and went to Alaji Job.
After Inata nang.
Then they came.
Inata transfer Josuang.
And he was transferred to Josuang.
Inteta transfer no Josuang because Alaji Job minata je womuna superiority. By then he was a superintendent. Alaji Job,
who came there, was at that time a superintendent, and I was his junior.
And who are on the SPO leti.
And at that time, I was just an SPO.
Jimbo womu operation leti.
Jimbo was the operations unit head.
Kabarika prisoner transfer to Josuang prisons.
To transfer a prisoner to Josuang prisons.
Due to certain reasons, akakele.
It happens due to certain reasons.
So that reasons was best known to the operation and that Alaji Job.
That reason was best known to Alaji Job and the man responsible at the operations unit. This is what I want to declare here. At that time, I was an SPO, an inspector.
I can fully remember that.
And the day this thing happened, I was not even there. And on that day, I was supposed to come for night duties. I was not even present there at that time.
Thank you. Well, we need to say thank you very much, Emma, for that clarification. In response to Dr. Jane's remarks yesterday. But thank you again very much indeed, Emma, for coming to testify before the Commission. And the information that you have given should help us in formulating our findings on this theme from the prison services. And we have visited the prisons ourselves, but information that the additional information you have given us should help us. We will resume at 3:30. We're running very late, and thank you again, Mr. Jallow, for your testimony. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.